This band? I like this band. I wrote it down so I don't forget who they are. Oh, I remember. Fucking Slay! We're back. Metal Horror Madness with some of the hardest guys I know. They own that hardcore scene at Milwaukee MetalFest. We were thrashing. We had a hell of a time. These guys are the real deal. I trust these little tykes with my life. I know they have my back, and I got theirs. This is as hard as it gets. Without further ado, let me introduce Litwax, everybody. Boys, how we doing?
Good. We're pretty good, dude.
I hope that was subtle enough of an introduction. You know I'm a very calm individual.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Boys, I met these guys in Milwaukee. Loved them. Real deal. There's nothing better than when you meet somebody and you just get that instant good vibe, good feeling. You could just start hanging out, right? I was a stranger in a strange land, as Iron Maiden would say. But before I start babbling forever, let's do some introductions. I'm Metal Horror Madman, international superstar, every metal mom's dream. Now your guys' turn.
So,
I'm Nick, and I'm the drummer and backing vocals.
Yeah. My name is Mateo. I play guitar and do vocals.
I'm Nikki. I just play bass. That's all.
Just bass? Where would we be without the? I got the bass right on my arm here. I got the king of bass right here, Mr. Lemmy Motorhead. I remember. Go ahead, please.
Oh, sorry. I have a Lemmy Motorhead strap for my bass.
Sick. It's weird seeing you guys in a different environment. Last time, one guy was wearing a tube. Other guys we were all. It was quite a scene over there in Milwaukee. Litwax. Where do we get the name?
Oh, so we had a name before. These guys weren't even in the band at the point.
Yep.
But we had some trouble with DistroKid, and old members, they changed something up. It ruined everything. And I was like, yo, I got a cool name. And he's like, yo, let me hear it. And I'm like, it's Litwax. And he says, no, that sounds dumb. What's the meaning? Well, the meaning was, this is kind of dumb. My junior year of high school, me and my teacher loved like everything 90s. Like it was hardcore, it was metal, all music, all that shit. And I was like, yo, we should start a cover band called Litwax, because I was thinking like Soulfly. Like you just put like two words together in a way and kind of make up what it kind of represents.
I love the name, because I like names that, like, again, I'm like, where the hell did the name come from? It's something you don't hear all the time. I don't think it's dumb at all. I think it's a good idea. I really do like it. I just wanted to know, what the hell was a Litwax? I was like, is it a candle? Is this guy burning vinyl left and right? I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, pretty much I would just tell people like it's a candle in a way.
Yep.
And I would always, like, with merch, we all kind of agreed to like have a candle somewhere in the merch.
Okay.
Like even if it's subtle or it's sometimes it was exaggerated. But yeah. It's pretty much a candle. It's not weed.
I like it. And what genre of music do we describe ourselves with? Hardcore, crossover, sludgy, we got everything in there, right?
Pretty much. After Internal Bleeding, we saw Internal Bleeding in Minneapolis, and we were talking with the guitarist, you know, the OG, the one who made the whole genre, and he was like, everything needs to have a groove to it. And I'm like, that's cool. And we've always said that we were kind of like metalcore, just like in our own kind of way.
Yep.
And I was like, it would be funny if like we took a picture of like a truck and put like the logo, and then on the back have GMC groovy metalcore.
Nice.
So that was at first like a joke, but then we're like, let's kind of go with it, you know?
Yeah.
Like we're not trying to be like, oh, we started something new. It's just stuff we like that we just want to kind of label it as. So
you're too humble. You started something new, and if someone has a problem with that, You direct it right here because you know I'm not afraid to raise my voice and get in their face. I love when people take chances, right? You guys are taking chances. You're out there in the scene. What about now? When I went to Milwaukee MetalFest, that was my first time. I had the time of my life. I got to tell you. Everything I've ever gone to or been to, that was my favorite. It may be surpassed when I go to Slayer twice next month and probably I may get arrested there, guys. Just be aware you may not see me for a while because I'm coming in hot. Metal Horror Madman at Slayer at Louder Than Life and Slayer's only headlining show in Pennsylvania. I'm coming in aggressive. I want people loud. I want chairs ripped out. I want to dig holes and summon up Satan. I'm talking about that. But Milwaukee MetalFest. How many have you guys been to? And have you ever played any of the pre-shows or anything?
We have not played any of the pre-shows. I've been to all 3.
Oh, wow.
And 2024, I only went Sunday. But this year, I went all 4 days. And when it first came, I went 4 days as well.
Nice.
I don't know about these two.
I only went this year.
I went 2024 for I believe it was Municipal Waste that played there. I crowd surfed, fist bumped the singer. It was an awesome time there.
Oh, you guys are a good time. You guys are a good time. Trust me, you added to my experience in Milwaukee MetalFest. You guys, these are the real deal to party with. You see a show, you go hang with these guys, you support them. These guys live for the scene. They're not shy out in the scene. They may be a little not talkative right now, but out there, these are the guys to hang out with, and you just instantly want to follow where they're going. I love that venue so much, guys. I thought that venue was like crazy. I had in each day, I've never been to a place like that where it's one location, but there's 3 or 4 different venues you're running to, and it's crazy.
Yeah, it's cool. I've always kind of liked that. Even like talking to my dad about it. We're like, it's nice that you can go from the bar to ballroom and then go down back to the rave, like the main one. Yeah. And you were not missing much of the bands because of it, because of how everything's kind of set up.
That's the thing with some of those festivals, as you know, you have to make some really, you're like, oh, I'm going to miss this whole set or half that set. I didn't feel like that in Milwaukee. The only one I couldn't get into was that I Hate God. It was so packed by the time I got there. There was no way I was getting in that room, right?
Yeah, that was a awesome show.
I had to squeeze my way through.
Yeah.
Did you? You got in?
We were lucky. Me and him were up in the front.
Yeah, we were just during the intermission with like Evil Dead and everything when they were like tearing down. We just kept throwing that in a tube on trying to catch it onto people. People loved it, dude.
Yeah. It was funny.
That was like their form of entertainment for intermission and everything.
Yeah.
I missed like the sorry.
Oh, so what are you saying?
I missed like the first minute because I was in the bathroom and I was like, shit, it already started. I couldn't even make it in.
Dude, it was crazy. Like, we saw I Hate God and Crowbar yesterday at Reggie's.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I didn't see I Hate God at Milwaukee MetalFest first and how people were stage diving and going crazy, I feel like I would have enjoyed them that day. Because at Reggie's, people were getting thrown out if they were crowd surfing or stage diving. So the energy was just really weird and like people couldn't do what they wanted to do. So I feel like that bar should have a lot of also like big bands that we consider big that are more still underground, throw them into that bar because it just makes it fun. And you could tell that they're having fun because it's packed out and it's a crazy energy.
It's next level. The Tube, by the way, that's my favorite picture I took at Milwaukee MetalFest. I mean, the Tube was fucking so sick. I love that picture. It still cracks me up. And I mean, I had such a good time there overall. Like, I was so happy they embraced MetalHorrorMadman. I know I was screaming my Slayers nonstop. I had everybody hype, and I just loved it. And to your point with the venues, it was like I got to see Exodus out here on the East Coast in the Palladium with no barricade. It's such Exodus with no barricade was insane. Rob Duke's up there and everybody's face just commanding stage presence. The no barricade shows are where it's at all the time. It does take away, and even if there's a barricade and you can get up on stage, I can't stand what you were just talking about. That takes so much away from the show. It brings the vibe down. You start second guessing how you could even act, and that sucks. I hate to hear that.
Yeah, even like people, like how those security guards were handling people.
Yep.
It was just not cool. Like they were manhandling chicks and like throwing them around, and it was not cool. It definitely brought that vibe down to where it was like at first it was like awesome show, and then it keeps going, and it's like this is not that fun. Like sadly, like I love the bands, I love the music, but it's like the people that you have there, fucking it for everyone.
Yeah, it's the word. I get some of these places and they're afraid, insurance, all that stuff, but you don't have to be a dick with the people, right? You don't have to be a dick manhandling, throwing people, and especially, you find some girl that can't defend herself, and that's bullshit. That's stuff we don't need in the scene. This scene has enough problems as it is, right? We don't need all that bullshit around. So crazy. How did you guys get into heavier music? What was the first band? Like for me, I'm 48, right? So for me, it was in the 80s. My cousin one day, and this is not a heavy band at all. I was a young little madman playing my Atari 2600, and he'd come over with cassettes sometimes, and he'd bring over, we'd play the Spider Arachnid game like crazy. We'd play Atlantis, Frogger, all these games. One day he comes over with 2 cassettes, David Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile, and Skyscraper. And literally, like, it changed my life at that, because I'm listening to like Madonna and Cyndi Lauper. I'm this little jerky kid, and I was like, oh, this sounds pretty cool. And then I got into Alice Cooper, and then Ozzy and Sabbath, and then early 90s, I was lucky enough to be there when the death metal scene just really started coming, and that hardcore scene from New York. I grew up in Long Island, so I was at all these like iconic shows and bands. So it all started though from David Lee Roth, which is comical to hear out of me. It's why I don't like to put people down when they're into some commercial bands, because I'm like, it always helps you get into those other things, right? But I'll shut up. For each of you, that one band that got you into heavier music.
Start with.
There are so many bands. Like I'm gonna be honest, I didn't get into like the heavier stuff right away. I grew up with Kiss a lot because like my dad is like a huge fan of them. I saw them 3 times. Fucking amazing show.
Great.
Shit, I gotta say, like, the first, like, heavy band I started, like, listening to was, like, Metallica. Like, it's that big 4 thrash that I started off as. I started off as a thrash kid, and then these 2 guys started introducing me to more and more bands, like Crowbar and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Sludge, Slam, all of that. Yeah.
For sure. For me... Well, I've always listened to metal because my dad's a metal dude. So I remember like the 2 bands was Opeth, Ghost Reveries, that album, and Primus.
Great.
And I just remember listening to that. But a band that really changed my life. Actually, there's a couple bands. First, it was Hatebreed, because I'm like, it started introducing me to wanting to do more groovy stuff and like enjoy the more heavier side of music. Then it was Crowbar, because it was like everything was slow, but how you write the riffs and how you kind of show them and how you just play them, it makes it cool too. It doesn't have to be 1,000 miles an hour,
right? But
you can write some just crazy like harmonies, but then it goes into a sludgy riff that's bluesy, and then does its thing. And that really changed me. And then seeing Internal Bleeding and then listening to Slam, like Cerebral Incubation as well, I was like, cool, I like Slam riffs. Yeah. And I was like, cool, I like sludge riffs. So like those 2, Slam and Sludge, they kind of changed my life and how I kind of view music. I still love the fast stuff, but like being a bigger guy, I like the slower, nasty stuff.
Sick.
Yeah.
Your shot here.
That's a tough one, honestly. Gimme, hold up.
I already know what it is.
Do you?
It's a sword.
Okay, but I gotta go back before the sword.
Before
so, like, sword. When I was like 4, like from 4 to like 9. Like whatever, well, let me think of what bands were out around that time. All That Remains. A lot of Christian metal I was listening to, because that's what my dad had just lying around.
All right.
Whatever CDs my dad had, because he would just go to Best Buy and buy whatever CD looked cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then
That
when I got into like high school, I started listening to more new metal and like earlier metalcore.
Yep.
And Korn was one of the bands that made me want to play bass. Funny enough.
Sick. Korn Issues, love that album. Not just because I have issues, guys, which you know. It's fine to be a little different and aggressive all the time.
Okay.
And off the rails. It happens.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's something different. I prefer Cold Chamber's first album over Korn's first album.
That I agree with.
Wow. That's a controversial statement.
Yeah. I mean, they're
Cold
pretty much the
Chamber-
same thing,
Yeah.
but Cold Chamber is just groove all the time.
It is. And
They
that's
don't
how
get
I
enough
found out
respect.
about
Yeah.
I found out about Cold Chamber when I found out about Korn, and I was like, damn, this is low-key almost better.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like
Chamber.
summer going into my junior year, I was listening to more like doomier stuff. Like that's
Yeah.
when I listened to more Black Sabbath. That's when I found out about The Sword, which is my favorite band of all time. And then that's when I found out about High on Fire. Listening to a lot of that. And then when I met this guy, he showed me a lot of Crowbar,
Yep.
showed me more Fear Factory. And what else? I know there's more. Most
Fear
of the hardcore
Factory.
bands I know.
Well, from a tape. Yeah, I mean, I met him right away. He's like, crowbar, 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 crowbar. I was like, I met all him, man. He's like,
Literally.
crowbar. He's like, crowbar tattoo, fucking crowbar. I'm like, I get it. I love him. I love crowbar. There it is. You just got it, guys, in Milwaukee MetalFest.
God, bro.
I fucking love crowbar. And something just hit me. I'm going through TikTok and like just showing old videos. And I'm old school, so I was with crowbar right from that first. I love them the second that dropped. Like, I was the guy when I was, I don't know, 15, 16, 17, 18, I was into all the heavier shit. Everything super heavy. My friends were more still into like the glam metal and all that kind of mainstream stuff. Crowbar hit, but to see how Crowbar looked back then to now, like I just fucking forgot like how different they just look physically. And then just thinking about how great they like over time just kept, and they grew bigger and bigger and bigger. And to me, it's like they're bigger than ever right now. Like people are appreciating them from every scene. And back in the day, they didn't instantly get that respect. You know, it was like tough for those all these different sounds with the Biohazards and, you know, and Crowbars and Typo Negatives, Life of Agonies, Monster Voodoo Machines, all these bands from back in the day, they were going against the grain. People are not used to that kind of music at all. And I was instantly into it. The heavier it got, I mean, Internal Bleeding, I was all over that band. I was all over, you know, your Possessed and Deaths and everything that was Cannibal Corpse when it, you know, they first came. Morbid Angel. There was Tampa Bay places and bands. I love the heavy. I'm all about as heavy and extreme, and then I like the pop stuff too, though. I have time for that in my life, right? There's times where I need to just kind of chill out, believe it or not. But those bands, and the thing that made me happy is, if anyone, I instantly just shut the podcast off. I pull the power off and fucking want to end it completely. I had one time someone said 5-finger death punch, and I was like, I won't tolerate that here. I don't tolerate that
As you
cheesy
shouldn't.
shit with the brass knuckle microphones and the cheesy riffs and trying to play off military shit to act like someone should care about their lackluster music. That band sucks. People tell me I shouldn't badmouth the band, and if people want to listen to it, good for them. But the band sucks. You like something that sucks, it's okay. It's like some of the metal moms. Some suck, some don't. 5-finger death punch sucks all the time. All the time. Yeah. That's the end of that rant, fellas.
That's a very valid rant.
That is a very valid rant.
I don't know. It's for me. It's either them or like Slaughter to Prevail. I've tried to listen to them multiple times.
Right.
But it's hard. It's hard to like it because the fans think that those bands are like the heaviest fucking bands, and like it just kind of annoys me. I mean, yeah, they can like whatever they want, and I'm cool with it. But when they say that they are like the heaviest bands, and there's bands that are local that are heavier and more awesome than they are, so there's my rant.
It's weird, dude. It's like, I mean, even I Hate God. I remember buying I Hate God CDs, you know, Dope Sick, right when that stuff first came out. And people were not, and to your point, they tell me bands that were not as heavy. And they tell me those are the bands you got to listen to. I'm like, there's so much more in the underground that you're missing here, especially in that sludge era. Like, it's so great to see Crowbar and Acid Bath and Soylent Green, I Hate God, getting the respect these bands deserve. Because I was there. I was the only guy in school. Nobody wanted to hear this shit. Nobody would even give it a chance. And even like something like Danzig's first album, I was this, sixth grader. Gotta hear Danzig. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. And not until Mother popped off Thrall Demon Sweat Live. And they started being like, Danzig's an alternative band. And I'm like, what the fuck are you people talking about? Like, it's so weird when a trend starts because they just lumped them in with that whole scene. And you're sitting back like, I was so crazy back then, though. Anytime a band would make it, I'd go right to the CD store and sell all my CDs. Because, like, screw this shit now. This was my thing. And now the mainstream's... And what does the mainstream usually do to those bands? They swallow them up. They make them get more commercial. And they just ruin the whole thing, right? So it's almost like I don't want to see those bands sometimes get to that next level because I know what the industry's going to do to them,
Yeah.
Exactly.
For me, that's like Coulter Wall. More of the, like, you've been listening to an artist for a long time, and then suddenly people are, like, listening to him, and then it's, like, they only like the ones that got big. Those songs that got big. They only like that.
Yeah.
It even kind of bothered me yesterday at I Hate God when, like, there was, like, the few songs like Sister Fucker, New Orleans is New Vietnam, and Kill Your Boss. Those are the only times people were moshing.
Wow.
All the other times it was, like, open. I'm like, damn. Like, I know, like, not everyone's going to know every song, of course. But, you kind of went to see two fucking legends play.
Yeah.
Like, show them the respect. Because, like, Crowbar and I Hate God sold out the morning and evening show yesterday.
Sold out 2 shows in one day.
I know. I'm so pissed. I was out of town. I was supposed to go to see the one in Boston of that show. I missed that show. Last night I missed Haywire. I just have all this other stuff.
Damn.
Yeah, and I got to see them in Boston like 6 months ago. That was like, MetalHorrorMadman, when he goes out, he has to flex. It was actually like -10 degrees. It was December or January, February. I don't know. It was a snowstorm. And I was out with my sleeveless Slayer shirt and my Slayer shorts. And people looked at me like I was fucking crazy. I'm like, I am crazy, but I love the scene. I love the scene. I will not let weather dictate my fashion. I'm a fashionable man. I have to look the way I look. But my point is, I go there to have a good time. I'm going to go in there and get crazy. I want to be drenched in sweat. I want to be bumping it. I want to be doing everything I can do, and it does suck. I've talked about this with some bands too, and they're saying a lot like the social media generation, right, is brought up to not be as outgoing, not be energetic sometimes, kind of nervous about who's doing what. And to toot my own horn, the reason I get a lot of accolades is people will say, Madman, when you're somewhere, everybody gets comfortable. And when you're screaming a fucking Slayer, it's not even about Slayer mode. It's just to get everybody hyped. And you start screaming thrash. And I try and do that as much as possible because I can't stand watching. I went to Hatebreed when we were just talking about Hatebreed. I saw Hatebreed in Springfield, Massachusetts with Shadows Fall opening. It was crazy. It was sick. Lamb of God was the headliner. Hatebreed went fucking nuts. And every time you see Jasta, that guy lives for this. He is having the time of his life. And
see what you did there.
Right, it's just hey, and we're just sitting there going, and fucking Jasta is just such a legend with that stuff, and watching that show, but half the place wasn't moving, and he's screaming at everybody to start the biggest, when you got the fucking ball dropping and hit, and you're waiting like, let's get going, let's get insane, and half the place was just not there. The cool thing about that show was that after that, it was right next to the Springfield MGM Grand Casino. So everybody went there. So everybody in the casino was dirtbags with our metal shirts and all this shit. And I got to meet Scott Lee, who does all the promotion here in the Northeast, New England Metal Hardcore Fest. Brian over at RPM Fest, which I'm going to be at this weekend. Can you believe they put me on stage all 3 days to do announcements, hype bands, hype shit? We got Ghoul there, Midnight, Conan. We got a lot of fucking bangers there. And
hell yeah.
I'm going to act really crazy. I'm not going to let you boys down is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to make sure those people, I want hell on earth. I want the apocalypse. I want people fighting trees. I want people digging up skeleton armies. That's what you're supposed to do at a metal show. We're there to get loud. Feel comfortable. We're all, I don't know about you, but like the second I walked into Milwaukee, I just felt comfortable. These are my people. I can get loud Everybody's going to have a good time. And my message, guys, out there, if somebody doesn't like you moshing or screaming, fuck them. Fuck them up the wall with chains on. Who needs those people in your life? We're out there to have fun. When I go to a concert, someone gives me... I have gotten in people's faces if they don't want to hear... If you don't like it, cover your precious little ears and get the fuck out of the venue. We're there to rage. We're metalheads, hardcore guys, gots, all these people, punks. We're out there to have fun. So it is disappointing. And it's up to us, man. It's up to us to keep showing people. Get out of your comfort zone. Go deep cuts into those bands. These bands, I mean, like I Hate God has been through hell and back. We're lucky to have them right now. We are lucky to have him alive right now. Show the support, man. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either. But there has to be some change. Maybe what Tool does, I forget the singer, but when he's like no phones, that is probably a good thing. But also too, without people having phones, there won't be enough like social media attention to like help out the bands or help out, show people some new bookers so their bands can get booked by them or stuff like that. So it's definitely a double-edged sword.
And I think. And I get me. Like it's not fair for me to compare me to people a lot because we know I'm a complete lunatic. I don't mind being filmed. I jump in front of cameras. Like I've had anything that's going on anywhere, I will insert myself into it. That's anywhere in life. I live my life, right? We're not here a long time. I go out to have fun. It's people, you just got to not care. Like, we're all recorded all the time nowadays. Like, we're being recorded in grocery stores. The government's fucking recording everybody. Everybody's recording everybody. Tell everyone to go fuck themselves. Be yourself. Be confident. It's not going to matter one day. One day we're gone. Like, enjoy it now,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You can't really... That's one thing, like, I've talked to people, and they're like... They want to get into either listen to metal or hardcore, and they're like... How do metal dudes dress? How do hardcore dudes dress? Even, like... I remember telling... kids in my high school that dressed up like they were country, but we live in the fucking city, and they think they're country kids. I'm like, dude, like that doesn't look comfortable, and two, that's not country at all.
Yep.
So being country, in my opinion, is just being yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Being whatever you want to be is just being yourself. Yeah, you might start getting, like as a metalhead, a hardcore dude, you might start getting piercings and tattoos.
Yep.
Start looking a lot more edgier.
Yeah.
But after that, it's just what your personality is at the end. It's not how you dress or how you act. Or I guess it's how you act and personality. It's just how you... It doesn't matter how you fucking dress.
That's a great point, because as anyone knows that follows the Madman, you'll see me in a Ken Barbie shirt. They'll see me in drag sometimes. I don't give a shit. I'm living my life. And I'm as metal as anybody, no matter how I dress or how I look or what's going on, right? That's just the way it is. Like, all this happened because it was just stuff I always wanted to do. I've changed myself in the last few years because but I was metal my whole life. I used to be very clean cut. I had no tattoos. I wear dress shirts all the time. I work in a professional job. They have to deal with this now. I get on calls with everyone else is in a suit and fucking tie. I'm good at what I do. It's why the metal moms can't keep their hands up. I'm just good at everything I do, including them, But it's a good point. Metal is that state of mind. Dress how you want to dress. You go any way you want. Just support the bands. Be yourself. Now with Litwax.
Exactly.
When we get to Litwax, back to this, because I got us way off track here. When we go to Litwax, the band starts. You said you were there first. These two weren't with you, right?
No.
You guys.
He was like the fourth bassist we had.
Fourth bassist.
He's the second drummer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give him the Lord.
So first bassist. I haven't talked to him in a long time. I hope he's okay. But he was a cokehead. So it never worked out. It was hard.
It's tough to work with them, yes.
The final straw was when he said, yo, let's practice at like 10 a.m. We're like, okay, cool. So we practice. Like 3 seconds later, he's fucking done. He throws his bass on the ground, walks upstairs, gets all pissed off.
Damn.
Second one we had, he was moving up to the Upper Peninsula, up in Michigan. And we're like, well, dang it. Now we gotta find another one. So we got this kid named Emery. He's a cool kid. It didn't work out. he was young. He was a freshman, and we were all adults. So it's just the mentalities were different, and music was different. So he's a cool kid. I mean, he's doing his own thing, which is awesome. And then he joined, so that was awesome. And his first show was actually with Bonginator. He played with Bonginator. Yeah, that was his first ever show. And
didn't you play with Brat too?
Oh yeah, Brat and Bonginator.
Brat and Bonginator.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know you got that Brat tattoo on your wrist right there. Yep, tattoo. There it is.
I got
the Flyers hat.
Where am I here? I forget where my tattoos are. This is off the New England Death Metal Funtime Bonanza poster. Roach made this. Roach, shout out to Roach for Bonginator and Eric. That's all that crew. This is related to Bonginator. And then, lighting. Right here is Victor Gargoyle. Also, Roach drew that up from, she's engaged to Eric from Bonginator. So, yeah, I'm tight with that whole crew. Little frog mallet from their early EP. And this is the stuff we're talking about, right? Like, you see all my tattoos are kind of, like, aggressive, and then I got a frog. I got a fucking frog that looks like Pringles. Do you think I'm insecure about that? Fuck no. I love that frog. No. The amount of things I get from people, and they have no idea what that frog means. I'll be at every every chick goes right for the fucking frog, right? They're like, the frog looks so awesome. I'm like, I'm fucking awesome. But this ain't a frog from Pringles. It's frog fucking mallet. Then you go, don't explain that anymore. Just go, thanks. It's a sick tattoo. But that's a crazy first show. Those guys, I was at the New England Death Metal Funtime Bonanza. Yeah. And we're there, and we're having a good time. And second day, I don't know, I see Eric. Me and him one day were like, we were having some magical gummies, and we're texting back and forth on fucking Insta. And we're sitting, and we come up with like Poop Man. Makes no fucking sense. Don't even know where this came from. So we're at the Bonanza, the professional makeup artist. He's like, do you want to do that thing? I was like, yeah, all right. I'm as sober as can be during this time. I'm just energy and hype. I go into the booth, the makeup booth, like a professional. I'm leaning back on my chair. I'm talking with everybody, acting like a fucking movie star. They're turning me into this like zombie from the sewers, just layering makeup. And my ego is being fed. I'm like, anyone have a drink? And like 3 hands came out. I'm like, international celebrity, I get it. And we're doing all this shit. So now they take me. I have an entourage. They're videotaping me. And I'm just going like, what am I doing with my fucking life here? I'm dressed like shit. I look like shit. It's all over everywhere. I go into the porta potty. There's Eric yelling from the background, shake the porta potty like you came from the sewer. So I'm in there shaking the porta potty. I kick the door open as hard. I put toilet paper. It's hanging from my face. Now I'm taking a bunch of it off first because I'm like, this is fucking disgusting. So I'm trying to get as much off and then go to the piece. I put it on my face, on my hands. I come out there. I'm like, instead of fucking Slayer, I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, fucking Poop Man, for an hour. I'm running up to people being like, watch your digestive system. Make sure you're taking Pepto-Bismol. I run up to like the medical tent. They were not happy with me. I'm like, if you have explosive diarrhea, come see these people. And I'm going up. And then some fucking kid and his parents are like, he loves you, madman. Pick him up. I picked this kid up. I'm shaking him. I'm screaming about intestinal digestive health and making sure he takes care of himself. It was the fucking time. So here's the point of what I'm saying, which is be yourself, right? Eric, you're the craziest fucking guy I've ever met. Eric's like, I can't believe you just did that. 1 hour straight, wouldn't break character, wouldn't answer to the madman. The unfunny part about that was taking the makeup off. That shit was burning my skin off. It was crazy.
What did they use?
I don't know. It was professional latex makeup stuff, but like I guess I was supposed to go back to the booth so she could help take it off with the proper stuff. Well, I'm just like fucking taking it off with napkins and water. And it's the funny thing because I have a merch booth there, so there's people coming by. I look like a piece of shit. I'm like, hey, you want to buy a shirt here? What are we doing? It was crazy and exciting. And thanks to the Bonginator story and Brat was, they were sick in Milwaukee. They were fucking sick in Worcester. Brat always delivers. Liz Selfish. Talk about what we're up there high kicking to Britney Spears, and then just coming into grindcore, hardcore is so crazy. So crazy.
It's cool hearing their Barracuda cover.
Oh, with Gold on there? Oh, man, that is... I played that cover nonstop, and I don't fly. So flying... The reason I went to Milwaukee was because of Brad. I had Brad on here, and I was like, fuck it, I got to live my life. Like, what am I doing? Fear of flying. I get on it. I'm playing that as it's going up. I actually DM Liz, and I'm like, whether I make it or not, I'm playing Barracuda right now. You know, like it was my little flight thing, and I did it on the way back. And when my superstition was like, oh, that's why I survived, which is fucking psycho. But anyway, enough about me. Look at how I can't shut the fuck up. Bonginator, Brat, fucking sick stuff to be talking about. First fucking show. That is crazy, man. That is a fucking crazy. Four bassists is a Spinal Tap lore, right? Fucking 35 drummers. He's got 4 or 5. This is the last lineup, I'm hoping. This is the lineup, because I like all three of you motherfuckers.
Thank you. And yeah, he's the second drummer.
Yeah.
He's the second.
So what happened to the first drummer?
He wanted to do his own thing. He just wanted to work, make money.
That happens.
So I'm like, chill. And he knew all our songs. He was like a secret super fan. So we knew like all our songs on drums. Yeah. And I had like 3 new songs written, so I just showed them to him, and we kind of jammed out.
Yep.
And we kind of wrote everything there.
I remember that exact moment you sent that text that day.
God, yeah. And yeah, he was like, cool, and he was all happy and stuff. I was bummed. I was like, damn, okay, now we got to start it again. But then I was like, you know, maybe this will be different. Maybe it'll be different. So
and you know, that's the thing about this is like, the thing that sucks, and I tell all the bands and creators, is like, shit's gonna happen. Stuff that's happened, and in the grand scheme of life, it's nothing yet. It's nothing. You got to you can't let that stuff stop you or make you stop making music or worry about those things. Like, you powered through, and now how did it feel as a super fan to join your band? Like, that's got to be fucking crazy, dude.
Okay. That was a pretty fucking crazy experience. My first show that I did with them was actually a Halloween party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We all wore Slipknot masks.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, we wore Slipknot masks, and we
covered corn.
We covered. we said, "What's up? We're Slipknot," and then we put
this is a cover, and he goes, "This is a cover," and then I start doing like the thing on the ride for Blind.
Yeah.
Sick.
That was awesome.
Yeah. And then, we also had a second guitarist too.
Did you?
And now we might get another one.
Nice. And what's going on as far as currently right now with Litwax? Are you working on any music? Are you guys playing shows? What's the deal?
We're playing some shows. After October, we're gonna take a break because we're gonna start recording around like late October. We got some new songs. So we're just gonna take a break after a couple. I think our last show we're gonna play is a Halloween show, and then in January, we'll have our first show, hopefully the 9th, 10th, and 11th, for a little run going from Tennessee, Northwestern Indiana, and Madison, Wisconsin.
Nice.
So do that. And then we're hoping to release the EP the next year.
How many songs do you think will be on there?
Around 7. Maybe like... Nice. Maybe like 8 songs and then like a little interlude, like the song "Unicorn" by Gojira, like kind of like that kind of thing.
Sick.
Yeah. I don't know about like that, but take the inspiration from it.
I ask this of everybody on here. What do you like doing better? And it's usually, I would say, 70% say performing, 30% say recording and writing. What about you three? What do you prefer?
Performing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Performances, because you just get energy from the crowd. You feel that fuels the fire pretty much.
Yeah.
Like just seeing everybody just go fucking crazy. You see people like kicking each other, fucking hitting each other and shit.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's awesome.
It's awesome, and I mean, we've gotten a lot better at writing, like how we talk to each other, because we know a little bit of music theory, but we don't know shit, pretty much. So it's just like, at points we're just like, play it like this, and then they don't know what we're talking. We don't know what we're talking about. They're just like getting all mad.
When he's trying to communicate with him, drum wise, it's the most confusing fucking shit ever. Sometimes, like he just freezes.
Yeah,
and then he's like, no, like, you know what I'm saying, like this, and he's just like, huh?
Yeah. But
But what I
perform.
like. What
Go,
I like
go.
with you guys, though, I like the chemistry here. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm interviewing bands and I don't like the chemistry and I can't say anything, right? What am I going to say? Why you guys fucking hate each other? Why do you guys fucking hate each other? You're just doing this musically, but like, it's cool. It was cool to see you guys hanging out together. It's cool to hear these stories right now, even because, as we know, especially when it comes to recording, that's where a lot of arguments do happen, and that's where a lot of stuff gets tense and miscommunication. And you got to remember, like, why you guys are doing this, what the band's been through overall. Like you said, 4 bassists, former guitarist, second drum. Like, you got to make this the lineup. This has got to be the core where you guys do not break this thing up and you don't let anything stop it. You go, whether fucking production problems, whether, you know, shit going on in your lives, whether not enough people show up at a gig or who gives a shit? Like, you just keep going, because if you keep going, you'll feel fulfilled. You're doing what you want to do. And then if you entertain one fucking person, you're changing someone's lives. I mean, we got a super fan in the group here. This motherfucker's life, he was already happy, and now he's like, now I'm part of this thing. That's crazy. I love to hear that story. I really do.
Yeah, there's even a story where one of my friends came to one of our shows, and he's a newer guitarist, and he was like, I want to start a band one day.
Yep.
And he sees our set, and he's like, that was inspiring. Like, it really makes me want to do band stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool, let me bring you to more shows. And he's like, that's really inspiring, too. Like,
wow.
It's just cool. It's cool that, like, music can actually, like, inspire someone to create something instead of destroying something. You know?
It's so true. And it's like, even with me, with the just being a creator, like, when you hear people say, because of you I got into this band, or because of you I started a band, or I was I'm the madman. So sometimes people come to me with everything. You know, I'm getting picked on in school, blah, blah, blah. And you guys know my is like, don't take shit from anybody. And I'm not saying you have to throw down all the time, because that's not everybody. I don't want to see somebody get hurt or something, but you go get help. I'll tell people, go get help if you can't take care of themselves. This guy's a fucking lunatic. This guy's always a lunatic. I'd see someone getting jumped in school by 6 people, and I'd always jump right in. I didn't care if I was going to win or not. I have idea. I'm like Superman. I don't have an ego problem. I don't have a godlike complex. I just know if I insert myself in this situation, I can help people, and that's all I'm about. And if I got to take a beating to help some people out, that's what I'm going to do. And I even mean that with social media. When I started with that, you know, I'm an older guy. I'm out there fucking acting crazy, and I would take a lot of shit. Until I started winning people over, and more people over, and more people over. And I look at the people that came up with me, and a lot of them quit. You know, they let bullying make them quit, insecurities, not an instant viral video. I'll never stop. And I have a lot going on. You know, I have a full-time fucking job. I have a family. I have all crazy shit. I'm running 3 different fucking apps. I'm getting out there in the fucking scene because it's what I love. I couldn't imagine existing without it. And I love when I see that I can help people get out of their shell, because I also, at one time, people would never believe this, but like, when I was growing up, I was the shyest kid you ever met. Unless you knew me, people always thought I was like charismatic and funny, but they had to be in my inner circle. I went to college and made no friends on purpose. I didn't go to graduation. I dropped out of high school because I fucking just didn't like people. I just didn't want to be around people. And everything I did, I was like by myself. This has changed me in the last few years. Like, I am embracing who I always was. But if I let some of those haters stop me, or let some tragedy stop me along the way, it's all gone. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's what keeps me going. So I'm so happy to hear when you say you're influencing people, because you really are. Just getting out there. There's so many people that want to start a band, and that's a good question for you guys. If you're going to give a tip to somebody starting a band, what's the biggest concern they should have? Something that they have to overcome that, you know, could kind of make them break up right away.
I feel like.
Yeah. Or say that question again. I'm thinking a little too hard right now.
No, it's okay. Someone's starting a band. We have obstacles when we start bands. It could be, I don't have money for equipment. I don't know how to book shows. I don't have transportation. I don't know how to write songs. I don't know how to find band members. If there's one thing that you're starting that band that you could say it happens, and then you could give up, or you could decide to just keep plowing through.
Okay, so like the how do I start bands? and like some obstacles. The first obstacle you gotta get over is I'm not good with talking to people, because if you go to your local shows,
Yep.
talk to people. If you want to start a band,
You gotta talk to people.
You gotta talk to people. If you start a band but you want to start having shows, start talking to the bands that finished their set or about to play or whatever, and then start becoming friends with them, start supporting them, and then continue on. Start knowing your scene a lot more, then start knowing the different scenes in different states, and kind of just work from there. You just kind of have to start talking to people at first, and then you can kind of get away with more social media texting.
Yep.
Because then, too, it shows that you're serious enough, and you could potentially have somewhat of a pull for that scene for that day, too.
Smart.
And, like, if they already have a band and they're struggling with, like, not affording stuff or equipment, I would say, talk with your bandmates about it, that you can't have certain equipment or you don't have the money at the moment, and see if they can help you out. Because in this scene, a lot of people don't have money for expensive equipment. So a lot of times it's like, I have an amp head. Do you have a cabinet? Yeah, sure. You can use my cabinet, and then we can have the show still going. Hey, I don't have these drums.
Right.
Can I use yours? Yeah, sure. Also too, it's, if someone is asking for help, you should definitely help them, because also too, that's gonna inspire them to keep going, and instead of being like, shit, I can't do it, I don't got the gear, I don't got the money for it,
right,
this or that or this or that.
That's great advice, and I think that's that biggest thing, that communication. You just got to get, like, it sucks. It does suck to talk to strangers, or sometimes it's bands you look up to and your eyes are this like massive thing, but they're so down to earth and will give you advice and talk to you. And I've had it even with me where it's like, would you come open, announce our band at this, like, real small place, and I was like, you know what, this kid took the balls to ask me, like, I'm going to go do it. And I show up and they're like shocked. Can't believe you came here. I'm like, I wouldn't have come here if you didn't ask. I wouldn't have just showed up. I wouldn't have given a shit. Like, give yourself that credit. Like, I really try and build them up, because it's like you just said, I want to help. If people ask, you got to be kind, especially in today's times. Everybody's fighting, and there's division, and there's all this bullshit, and it's just all nonsense. And it's like, help out those trying to create art, right? Because it's all art. People don't understand. No matter how extreme or it's all art. It's not easy to do what you guys are doing, to fucking write songs and get on stage and perform. That's not an easy thing. No, it's definitely not. And even, like, we've seen some bands, like, recently on some of our shows that we've been playing, and they're like, dude, it's my first show, I'm so nervous. Yeah. And what I usually tell them is, just think it's practice. You practice so many times before their set. Just think about it like it's practice, and these are your friends. And they don't care if you hit the wrong note. They don't care if you say the wrong lyric, or you have a fucking quick voice crack. They don't care.
Most of the time, they don't even notice.
Yeah, most of the time they don't even notice.
You gotta, at some point, you gotta just think, most of the time they don't even notice.
Yeah. Yeah, like, when I saw Crowbar yesterday, Kirk hits the wrong note, and I noticed it. But, like, no one else noticed it, because they're just enjoying the music. Yeah,
it's
just, I know the song too much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just like,
but, like, you don't care. It's like...
Right,
and, like, if I hit the wrong note, no one's gonna fucking hear it.
No.
Yeah.
I think, and that's a good thing I can tell you, too, from my experience, is just go out there and play. So when I'm up there announcing bands and doing my fucking comedy routine, I sometimes will do something, and like, I'm better just going. Anyone who knows the Madman, I don't need a script. Let me just fucking go. But if I start trying to rehearse something, and then you're like, oh shit, I missed. Like, the first time I did it, I'm like, oh fuck, I missed this whole. And I learned how to just, like, go with it. Like you said, nobody cares, and nobody knows, and nobody knows what you're doing. Just get them hype and just have a good time. That's what this is all about.
I mean, obviously they're gonna know if you're really bad, like you're actually fucking up. But if it's just a quick, that's different.
That's way different.
But if it's just, you're like dun 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 dun, and you like fuck up a note,
like no one's
gonna notice.
Next fret over,
or it could actually be pretty cool, and then you're like, that sounded cool. Let me use this instead.
Use it for some, yeah, and that's true. And then when we talked about, like, I guess that's another thing is, sometimes in bands, there may be a member that just doesn't fit. And to your point, they could have addiction problems. And I'm not putting down people with addiction problems at all. People have problems out there. And I know a lot of people that overcome them. And I don't judge people I judge people on what they become, not their past, where people like to keep people down. And that's why a lot of people go through horrible lives or unalive themselves, because people just fucking keep focusing on something from 20 years ago or 10 years ago. And it's like, it's the now. But if you have someone in a band that's, out of control and getting on stage and can't finish a set, can't write a song, can't show up to practice, that's when you have to make some different decisions, right? Those are those different situations.
Yeah, and usually it's never it never ends in bad blood. I mean, obviously if you take it a certain way and you get angry about it, or, whatever you want to do, it can make it worse. But if you just set your boundary right there, and you're like, okay, I think it would just be better if we just didn't do this. I'm not trying to say I don't want to be friends with you, whatever. It's just, we want to have this a certain way, and we want to take this a certain way, and we all agreed to having it this way. Yep. And, you maybe need help because right now it's really hindering you from, coming with us because of your addictions or your lack of, wanting to put effort into it or something like that.
Great point. I mean, even so, I'm very established on TikTok, very established on Instagram, still establishing myself right on YouTube. But I had people helping me with this, and they just didn't have the ambition. It was like, can't we just record once a month on a Thursday after? I'm not even making that up. And I was like, no, I need to be putting out content constantly, or to set things up and get everything ready. And I'm like, and we were starting to fight a lot, and people I really care about, and I was like, I think it's best this isn't working. It doesn't mean we still can't be friends. We can't go to concerts. We can't fucking hang. But this particular project is not working. And I struggled by myself learning different things and stuff like that. But it was best for all parties. Because if I was still in that situation now, right, I'd be stressed out 24/7, arguing, you guys saying, can I go, today? And I'm like, sorry, I only record every Thursday, at 6:00 on this fuck. And it's just not, because those people in their lives have other things they want to focus on.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm somebody that just has constant energy, and I'm very ambitious. I don't know how to stop. I don't. Even when shit's going horrible in my life, and I want to. Has that ever happened, though, where you're like, probably because of all the different changes and everything, but I've had times where I'm like, I'm just going to stop doing this. It'd be so much easier if I just fucking walk away from Metal Horror Madman, stop making content, and just go be a civilian like everybody else. But I never do, because it's just not me. But I've thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody thinks about it at some point. We've all have thought about it. I mean, even we kind of talked, that's why we're taking a break. It's just because we've been playing shows. I've been playing shows for about 2 years straight. He's about 1 year straight, and he's almost
a year.
Almost a year straight.
October.
Yeah, almost a year straight. So
almost next month.
Yeah. So we kind of just want to take a quick break just so we can also enjoy our lives. Because,
smart.
I'm an outdoorsman. I like going outside. I like hiking, fishing, that stuff. And I missed out because I was just hitting the paint hard. And I think when I mentioned to these people, these kind fellers, that maybe we should take a quick break. Let's focus more on the writing. Yeah. Let's focus more about just chilling out. Even though we do chill all the time, we're always hanging. Let's just hang out and do something and not be oh shit, we got a show tomorrow, so we gotta not go crazy
let's just have a day where we all go to China Buffet.
Yeah, shout out China Buffet.
Let's all go to the Dells or something, dude. Band trip. Let's make it happen.
I mean, we kind of already do that.
I mean, we ain't never done any fun stuff like that. I mean, we've went to shows together. That is
a road trip was going to Internal Bleeding. Yeah, Torture and 2 Piece.
This is a show.
Did you see Torture?
Yeah, Torture
was awesome.
Sick. Torture's great.
We played with January 6th with 2 Piece.
You mean
2 Piece also?
Well, whatever. Sorry. Yeah.
It was in a 99 cap room, dude.
Yeah.
Almost basically sold out.
Yeah, it was nuts. In a basement.
It was nuts, dude.
Basement, hot. I decided to wear a Crowbar shirt.
Of course.
I was just sweating like a fucking pig. It was a fun show. That was awesome.
Those are special. I saw those two at the New England Death Metal Fun Time Bonanza. They were on there, which was crazy, out in the middle of Maine, in the woods, in a town with no police force. Fucking just metalheads, just chaos, survival. That was fucking nuts too. And no, that's a good thing. It's not that you're taking a break. You're just changing. Right now, like you said, you got to write some material. You got to. If you just keep playing, it does take away from that. Same with me with this. It's why I don't interview bands nonstop. People will say, you know, why? And it's just like sometimes I'll just do my episodes where I want to talk about a topic I want to talk about by myself. Because everything is a thing, right? Setting up times with people. I have shit going on, and you have to balance it because that you will burn yourself out, and then you won't want to do it anymore, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's been times where I told these two, like, I've just gotten mad. I'm like, I'm just done with this. Like, I'm just like so burnt out.
We all do.
Like, I have no inspiration. Like, and then it doesn't help when like gear is like, you know, messing with you. So you're like, God damn it! Like, I can't even have a good fucking tone. Like, but I think this break is definitely gonna help us. So
yeah. You take a break, you bond with each other, right? You'd start doing some stuff, like you said, some other interests you have, and you'll bring that into the music writing, and you'll watch when you sit down and start laying shit down. It'll just, everything's going to get better because that's what you're doing. You're stretching yourselves out. You're burning yourselves out, and it's like, and I know that's the scene nowadays, right? That is the scene. You're supposed to play as many house fucking shows, place shows, but I've watched people, and then friction starts to develop, all that shit. So that's a great strategy for sure. I really think that is. And, you know, Litwax, it's there. You just keep fucking doing what you're doing. You guys are the real deal. I really do. I really appreciated that hospitality in Milwaukee. That was one of the greatest times in my life. I loved everything about that fucking thing. I will be back next fucking year. I made great connections there, made great people there, all kinds of shit. It was really unfucking believable. And, I just want to, you know, let everybody know here how to find Litwax, what social medias you guys are on, how they can fucking support you guys after the break. I know you guys are going to come back harder than ever. Come back on here. We'll promote the fucking EP. I'll make one of my fucking insane, stupid videos. Don't you worry. It's what I do best. So let everybody know, you know, we know the EP's coming. Where do we find you?
Okay, so music-wise, you can find us on all platforms. We are on Instagram too for social media. Yep. We are on Facebook. We kind of post a little less on Facebook. And then TikTok, we haven't posted shit, but you can also check out our TikTok. Like I said, music on all platforms.
Nice. Post on TikTok, because I know a fucking bald, red-faced guy that screams fucking Slayer that can repost your videos and get you more traction and can do stitches and shit like that. So when you're ready, you know I got your back. I mean that. You guys know me. I don't fucking bullshit. I told you I'd have you on here. Here you are. So you just tell me what you need. Get back active on there. Like that's where I earned my fucking bones. It makes no sense at my age, but that's where everything started, was fucking TikTok.
Yeah, for sure. TikTok did have a big influence for like people going back to shows, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
But also too, I will say this. I was gonna mention this. One thing I thought about this for Milwaukee MetalFest.
Sure.
It's cool that it came back because now I can see a lot of these like bigger bands play like these small like 250 cap rooms.
Yep.
And like without Jamie Jossa doing that, I don't think it would have been possible just to see that. I mean, even like if we have shows in Milwaukee sometimes, a lot of them are packed sometimes. So it's nice seeing that too. We're also going to play with Mutilation Barbecue.
Sick.
So that's cool. But also too, it's there's other like bookers, like local bookers around Milwaukee that are doing some cool stuff too.
Yep.
And even in Madison, it's kind of cool. Even a little town called Stoughton. It's close to Madison. So there's a lot of like, you have Jamie Jossa, that's like the big guy that's helping more people come to shows. Even if they start going to big shows first, they might start coming to smaller shows. And then there's like Milwaukee hardcore shows, and they're another big Milwaukee booker, but they book a lot of the smaller shows.
Yep.
And then you have like Operation 414 Booking, who books the local shows. And then we got Devotion Booking in Madison. And then Stoughton Domination in Stoughton. So all those people are like, you know, working together, helping each other out. It's also to build a DIY scene that, you know, could also bring a lot of the bands that we like here too, you know?
It's so, and last thing again with definitely, and that's what people sometimes miss with the social media. I get a lot of it's stupid. I get all the stupid trendy, but it's a place where you could get the word out for free too, where they're not paying all these people for advertising and all this shit. And Jasta, that's why I had to get the fucking hate breed tattoo. The reason I had to get the hate breed tattoo is because fucking, to me, Jasta is single-handedly, the guy is single-handedly saving the fucking scene. He's doing festivals, different fucking ones. He brings out sick packages. His band deserves much more respect, the Jasta band itself. That fucking band, the fucking songs, the messages about the anti-war and anti-fucking bullshit everybody puts up with. I love that fucking guy. I try and support him any which way I can. My brother, who I can't talk to anymore, addiction problems, you know, would be stealing from me, tried burning down my house, all kinds of crazy shit, was the biggest Hatebreed fan and Life of Agony fan. But Hatebreed especially.
Life of Agony is awesome.
So fucking good, dude.
Yeah,
love them. Love Life of Agony. River Runs Red, I fucking bought that album the second it came out. But it's like, you look at Jasta and you look at, the guy is more passionate, and that's why some people come at him. The guy is passionate. The guy loves hardcore and metal, which some people don't like either. He sees, bring those two together. It's one big, happy, dysfunctional fucking family, and I don't know where we'd be without him right now. That Milwaukee MetalFest, again, that was my favorite fucking thing I've ever been to, and I've had some bangers, but that was just something special. And the vibe of the whole place, right? The vibe of that whole place, the energy, and the different size venues and the different crowds and different bands. What a fucking time. Can't wait to go again next year. Can't wait to see you motherfuckers. If you ever make it out to the East Coast, I'm announcing Litwax. I'm getting on the fucking stage and causing a scene. We'll crack some fucking heads together. It'll be a jolly good time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Sick, guys. Thanks for stopping by. We'll have you on again when the EP comes down. Hit me up, whatever you need. Anything you want me to promote. I fucking love you guys. You just tell me, okay? I can't pay attention to everything. I'm all over the place. So if you see something, quick note, really sick, keep fucking bringing it.
For sure. Thank you very much.
Here. Fucking slay!